In the previous lesson, we saw how we can model a simple scene using also 3D objects that we can import from the web, or we can model in other 3D software. And we can use them just as references, or we can then merge them into our model, into our project. So in this video, we're going to continue to import, and we're going to continue to use other basic commands that we find in the interface, as we did also in the previous lessons. There are some models that we can get from Sketchfab, as we saw also in a previous lesson. And this time I want to use a model from Polyhaven. So you can go to the Polyhaven website and go to the models section. And here I went to electronics, as these are not pretty technical 3D models, but they can serve as references in a way. And so these are created probably in Blender, but you can create models into any 3D software that you use, and then you can export them and import into Fusion. So I'm just going to use this, and I'm going to choose the FBX format this time, so we can see how we can import FBX, which is a pretty popular and diffuse format. And you just click on download, and that's going to download the file, which is going to be in a zip folder, but we can extract that and then we can use it. Otherwise, it won't be visible by Fusion. So you can save it anywhere in your computer. There are also other websites like TurboSquid that can give you other type of 3D models, like from 3ds Max, Maya, Cinema 4D, and much more. So you can just use other websites, or you can use also AI generators, because now you have the opportunity with some of these services to generate a 3D starting from an image. And if you want, you will find guides and courses in the channel to look for those specific topics. So back in Fusion, what I can do is either use the insert, but if I go in the insert and choose insert mesh, which is the type of asset I want to insert, well, it's not going to be visible. If I go here, select from my computer, and I go to FBX, you can see that if I navigate into this folder, I won't see anything because there are not compatible formats in here. So if you don't find the format that you want to insert in this list, what you can do is use the simple open command. So upload. And you can do it from the data panel that we also started to explore in the previous lesson. So one thing I'm going to do is move into the Fusion course directly in here. And also in here, I can create a new folder and call it 3D asset. So I can keep everything nice and organized. And here I can upload. And now I can select files or just drag and drop in here. Also, you can change the location if you want from here anytime. And also here you can create new folder. But right now we already done that. So we just need to drag and drop the file in here. So just navigate into the folder, double click, select. Once the folder is open, click and drag the file into this part of the panel, and there it is. So now we can use it, and it's going to be in this folder here. So click on upload and just wait for the model to be uploaded. And now it's up here, and we have information, and again, if it's used in other projects, etc., etc. And now we can just click and drag and drop directly into the scene, and this could be our reference. We can also rotate this 90 degrees. Say okay. Now that it's inside, you can see that this is not so technical as the models that we can create in Fusion, but probably was created with 3D polygonal modeling, but we can use it just as a reference. We saw that we can reuse them inside Fusion, but this time we're only going to use it as a reference. So for example, I can start by creating really basic objects. So usually in design, you always start with basic objects, and then you proceed into the many details that you can add. And this phase is called like blocking out, or drafting in 3D in a way. So we can use extrusion, we can use the tools that we already know. I'm just gonna go with a simple box, and I'm gonna drag the box from the top view here, and let's say that, okay, I'm gonna stop like right there, and then I can adjust it so I can push up the face there, and then I can select this body. And you can see also the drill right now is linked from the outside, from another source. And then I can move this up, put it somewhere there, and I can adjust by using the press and pull that we already saw. So I can like push these faces quickly, right click to repeat or memorize shortcut keys. So to model kind of polygonal modeling in Fusion, like a quick draft model that we can then work on, we can use the extrude, and here we can choose, for example, to taper also a little bit. So when you taper, it's going to create like a little detail in a way, but it's going to create also a cut, a subdivision in there. And also if we go, I'm not going to do the same object, just going to use it as a reference, as I said. So for example, here I can extrude this, and I can do like a thin extrude. And if I do that, also I'm going to create new like separations. So let me just increase the thickness right there. Okay. And then I can proceed like on the bottom. Now, if I take that face right there and I go into the create sketch mode, I can sketch like some lines coming from like a part of that object like this. Try to connect the two sides. So if I finish the sketch, now I have another like portion of that. So if I can extrude only that part if I want. And now everything that is not divided is going to be merged together, it's going to be joined, and it's not going to be visible anymore as a series of faces. This face is another face instead that I can use, so I can modify it like this, or this one here, and so on. Now I want to create another simple box or a simple extrusion, so I'm going to go here to box, and you can pick any plane in this case. So if I want to see through, I'm going to change the visual style into the wireframe. I'm just going to like do something like this. I don't want to be precise, I'm just showing you quickly how we can block out a model. And then let's go back to this other visualization, and I can move it down right there at the bottom, and then I can use again the press and pull. Okay, so again, I'm going really quick with this, and another thing we can do instead of modeling manually is we can use the automated modeling. So for the automated modeling, we need faces from different bodies. So for example, I can take this, and I can generate shape, which is going to go into either